So joining us for more on this is Dave Rubin, host of the Rubin Report. Dave, great to have you with us this morning. I actually want to start with this from Politico on the immigration debate that we're likely to hear more of next week at the big debate. So Biden lays down some immigration bait for Trump. The president's new policy debuted on Tuesday has a related political motive. Inside Biden's team, advisors are betting that the new policies unveiled at the White House will ignite a larger conversation about the controversial chapter of the Trump era, the separation of families on the southern border. How successful do you think that effort will be, given where we are right now, Dave?
Well, I understand that that'll be the narrative that the Biden administration will push. I hope that most people will not fall for it. The simple truth is that Donald Trump came into office, largely closed our border, not perfectly, never fully built the wall, but the influx was stemmed. Then Biden comes in, he reverses something like 64 executive actions, basically first week in office, and now we have 7 to 10 million people who have come into this country in about 3.5 years. That is simply untenable. You know, Andrew Breitbart was famous for saying that politics is downstream from culture. I've been slightly editing that and saying that everything is downstream from immigration. If we do not know who is in this country, what their intentions are, where they came from, what they are up to, and everything else, then no other political issue will matter. You cannot let 7 to 10 million people into any country and expect that country to be functional. We're seeing the fruits of that in some of the stories that you guys just hit on, the crime and the drugs that are being brought in and everything else. And the Denver mayor, by the way, I mean, he should be embarrassed. He made Denver a sanctuary city. It's overrun with immigration, with homelessness now and the illegal immigrants. And then he's basically saying, okay, can I get some other cities that I can export these people to because we've realized how much damage they've done here. It's really rather extraordinary.
Yeah, as a daily drumbeat of these stories that we've been watching, especially the rape of this 13-year-old girl, we could see the suspect this hour in court. But and Trump could list all these incidents. I mean, just over the past month, going back to the University of Georgia, the jogger down there. So on NBC, they had zero coverage of the 13-year-old. On ABC, they did a minute 15 seconds. On CBS, they did zero coverage. And you wonder, Dave, like how many Americans, if they're out running their lives, are paying attention?
Well, Bill, you know, this administration, Karine Jean-Pierre and the rest of them get up there every day and talk about misinformation and malinformation and everything else. And I would say that the most nefarious type of misinformation is when the media does not cover something. And for 2 years, basically, nobody in the mainstream media except Fox and then online, guys like me, were covering these videos of hundreds and thousands of people pouring through our border. So when they don't cover something, that is a type of misinformation. But I would say to you guys in New York City, you need only walk 2 blocks over to the Roosevelt Hotel and you can see dozens and dozens of illegal immigrants standing outside congregating. You don't know what they're doing. Are there drugs? Have they brought in tuberculosis? Or I thought we had a pandemic a couple of years ago. We simply have no idea. This is what this administration did. And Biden, by the way, I mean, it's so unbelievably cynical and dishonest for him to say this has anything to do with the Republican-controlled Congress. One of the few jobs of the president of the United States as the chief executive is to protect the border. He did this, and then it's blue state Democrat governors and blue city Democrat mayors that have caused this this sanctuary problem. I live in Miami. We're not a sanctuary city, and things are going well. So that just tells you everything you need to know.
Made a good call.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Dave Rubin. Good to see you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, guys.